Hello, my beautiful RTS family, Rise and Thrive with Success family. I hope everybody's doing great. I am doing fabulous, especially now that I am here with y'all. Um, Today is Wednesday, our empowering midweek meeting. I appreciate everyone that's showing up. I appreciate everyone that's watching the replays. And I want to tell you guys that I love you guys for being here for me and for your support. So today we're going to talk about reframing. Give me one second. Reframing failures as lessons. And now my screen is not working. I normally have a presentation for you guys, but I figured that sometimes like we engage too much on the presentation and we don't concentrate on what really we want to say. So anyway, reframing means looking at something from a new and more empowering perspective. When we when we talk about reframing failure, we're choosing to stop seeing failure as something bad or shameful, and instead we see it as a lesson, as a we're being taught something or a redirection, which we are human. We do have to we do have to feel certain emotions and stuff, but we always have to keep in mind that, okay, so I felt that, let's keep it moving. Um, Failure doesn't mean that you're not good enough. Uh, it doesn't mean you're not meant for this, for whatever it is that you feel that you failed on. It simply means something didn't go as planned, and that's okay. That's okay. When we reframe failure, we stop beating ourselves up and start asking, um, what did I learn from this lesson? Uh, how did I how did it help me grow up? What can I do different next time? Just use it as something that, okay, so when I come across this again, I'm going to try and do different. Um, so it's like a GPS. When you take the wrong turn, it doesn't yell at you, you're a failure. Uh, it just says recalculate. And that's what failure does. It redirects you with wisdom. So something to always keep in mind. Uh, because sometimes like we concentrate so much in the things that have not worked at the moment that we forget the good things that we do. And that's not good. We're here, we're living, we have to find our way to be happy and to be able to just move forward and keep living a pleasant life. So whatever it takes for us to be able and live that pleasant life, let's just try to do that. Um, for excuse me. So for example, flip the thought. Instead of like, I failed at this, try this, show me what doesn't work. So I'm not going to do that because I know now that that does not work. So now I'm wiser moving forward. We'll try something else. And sometimes it doesn't even have to do with us. Sometimes it's something that someone else did and we get affected by it. So we have to try and think that, okay, well, it's okay. Whatever she did, whatever he did, I'm hurting from, but I'm just going to take this as a lesson. Sometimes we just have to learn how to just accept because we can't change it. So, in order for us to be able to live okay with that challenge, we have to kind of accept it. So, so reframing failure as a lesson, I kind of this one is a little personal for me. Because failure is something that we all go through. It's something that we all have to face. Um, but not everyone learns how to grow from it. Um, so the truth is failure doesn't mean the end. It means you're trying, you're stretching, and you're becoming. Okay, so I try this. Okay, crap, this did not work. Or whatever it is. It's okay. You're learning from that. Every setback holds a lesson. If you pause yourself and you think about it, uh, you will see that, okay, it's a lesson that we are learning. Um, so, okay, this took me somewhere that I have no idea what it is. Okay. So, yes. The question is, are we willing to look for the lesson instead of staying stuck in the shame? Are you willing to learn that lesson? That's tough. So, and again, uh, so I'm going to share a little story with you guys. And I do have my notes. That's why maybe you see me looking down a little bit. I still get a little nervous doing my empowering call, but I don't want to stop doing this because to me this is important. To me, this is showing me and making me strong. And not to mention, it's okay if I fail trying, then it's okay. It's not that bad. But anyway, so a little example is, and I would love it if you guys try this. I once thought I failed because blank, but now I realize it taught me blank. And that lesson brought me to where I am today. So I was thinking about this one, and it brought me up to a conversation that I was having with my brother today, my older brother. Um, our siblings, my siblings, we've always, there's six of us. I'm one out of six. And we've always been close and stuff. We obviously, most of you know that I lost my mom, I lost my dad, and it was tough for all of us. Uh, I was their sole caregiver, and it was tough. So my brother was expressing how he was feeling about certain things, and so was I. Of course, every time we talk about mom and dad, like, of course, we put our heart in it because things are different. And talking about them is feels nice, but it's also painful. Um, and I went through a stage when I was caring for my mom that I she had Alzheimer's. I couldn't leave her by herself, and I was working. And with that, it came that, we all deal with things differently. To make this long story short, um, when I needed help, I didn't have help. In order for my brother to help me, he had to shut down his shop and drive out over an hour. So it was a little difficult for him to do, but he did it when he had to anyway. Um, so I became very angry. I was becoming very bitter because I didn't have that support. And at one point, there was a talk about putting my mom in a nursing home. And I was like, hell no, no. She has six kids that could take care of her. Why should she go into a nursing home? I started getting physically sick. Every time I thought about it, my chest would start hurting, and I started worrying about my mom. if something happens to me, what am I going to do with mom? So I decided to make a shift and understand that we are all human and we all are our own person and we all take things differently and deal with things differently. So I needed to understand that, okay, well, they're doing what they're doing, but that's the way they deal with that. Doesn't mean that she's not loved. It just means that it's a little harder for them. Hard for me too. But I decided to deal with it. And to me, there was no options because I wanted my mom with me because I didn't want nobody, I didn't want to take her into nursing home. I saw my grandmother get very, very sick in a bed within a few months from being in a hospital. And I was 10. She passed the day after my 10th birthday. And I decided that day that my parents were not going to go into a nursing home. No, that was just not going to happen. So I was 10. And anyway, I started seeing whatever anybody did and did not do in a different way. I said, you know what? This is okay. They are dealing with it the way they can. I'm happy I'm here. So now I look back and I say to myself, it was meant to happen that way. I am a pain. I am a pain in the behind. Out of the six of us, I'm the one in the middle, but I am the one that, I don't know, I like things done one way, the one that I think is the right way. So I look back and I say, you know what, should someone else have been there making decisions? There would have probably been a little bit of confrontation. If someone else had been there at the last moment, it wouldn't have been as peaceful as my mom would have wanted. If someone else had taken a charge of caring for her, um, I would have been questioning today. And I'm not. So that bitterness, that anger that I had disappeared because I said that's the way that God knew was going to be best for me. It was going to be best for all of us. And I know when my mom stopped eating because I did everything to the end. I know when she stopped walking was because she couldn't. When she stopped talking was because she couldn't. When she was being cared for 24 hours a day. I know that she did not, it's not because she wasn't walked or because of anything. There's no question. There's no doubts in my heart. There's no questions in my mind. Same thing with my dad. I was there to the last minute, to the last second. And I know when he stopped walking was because he just couldn't. And everything else. So that's how I was able to reframe that and turn it into a lesson and turn it into a positive thing to be able and look at things different. Um, so with that said, there's always so that sentence that I said before, this is what I got from it. I once thought I failed because I felt alone. But now I realize it taught me a huge lesson. And that lesson brought me to where I am today. I'm at peace because although it was difficult, more emotionally than anything else, but I was there till the end. And I know they wouldn't have wanted differently. So I I don't like to live by regrets. And I did the best that I could. And I know they know that. The last word that my mom said, the last words that came out of her mouth was, "Ay, mi hija," which it means my daughter. She knew it was me the whole time. Well, there was a few times that she didn't. And it was a little challenging, but that's a story for a different time. So anyway, this is what, like that has that big loss, that big challenge. Um, should I had not been able to reframe that situation, I would have been miserable today because it was hard to deal with when I was. So it was a hard shift, but I made it happen because should I have not, things wouldn't have not been okay at the moment either because I was caring for my mom. Um, so I would love it if you are comfortable and if you are able to. And on the comments in this video, if you want to put one challenging situation that you had in your life, um, that you overcame, what did you learn from that? What did it teach you? Um, how did you process that? What could it be teached? And yeah, what did you learn from that experience? So again, I want you guys to also, write it in that way. I once thought I failed because blank, but now I see it helped me. It helped me. Say it out loud and acknowledge that challenge that you had, that you were able to reframe. Say it out loud so you could acknowledge it and see that, listen, you know what, this works. It works. You deal with it a lot less shorter. Um, so one of the affirmation for today, I am going to keep this short. I'm just in case that anybody, I would love it if you watch the whole thing. So I want to try and keep it as short as possible. Let's end today with a powerful affirmation. I am not my failures. I grow through what I go through. Every setback is a setup for my next breakthrough. Keep showing up, keep learning, keep rising. Please do not miss next week. I have a training for mindset shifts for confidence. And I know that we can all go through that movement uh drastically, and we doubt ourselves sometimes. So this will help us to become confident on ourselves and how to move forward on doing what we want to do. We are here to better ourselves and become a legacy to our family, to our kids, our grandkids, our great grandkids, our great great grandkids, and moving forward. So do not hesitate if you guys have a question, if you guys have a suggestion on what you would like to talk about or what you would like to do in this space. I would appreciate if you share with me. I know it is difficult to get in here. I did try to pick a time that it doesn't interfere with any of the communities that we have rolling right now. So I know that DGC, DGB, DGM are not in the seven figure community. I know that there's no meeting right now, but that's the reason why I chose this time. But I also know that our members have a lot of stuff going on in their community as well. So if you do need some help on anything, please do not hesitate. I am here for you. And let's build that unshakable confidence together next week. Do not miss it. Anything, let me know if a different time works for you. Maybe we could talk about shifting and changing the time a little bit. I did have a little something that I actually wanted to talk about 6 habits of growth. I was listening to this book, and it's actually a really good book by Brendan Burchard. Burchard. And he's a really I love the way he narrates the book. It's an ebook, it's an audiobook, and he talks about the 6 habits of growth. Clarity, energy, necessity, productivity, influence, courage, and that's it. So if you want to learn more about that, talk to me a little bit about them. Tell me which one's stuck in your brain right now and which one pulled you more. I'll say it one more time. Clarity, energy, necessity, productivity, influence, courage. Which one pulled you more? Like which one got stuck in here? So it's 6 of them. And these are 6 habits of growth. So, and they're really good to go over and discuss. Probably, I want to do a 7-day challenge. Actually, we could do a 6-day challenge and go over this. All right. God bless you all. I love you all. Have a great day, a great evening. Do not leave for tomorrow what you could do today, because we don't know if tomorrow will be here. So love you guys. And again, anything, I'm here for you guys. Don't forget, rise and thrive with success. And there's a lot that's going to go on in this community. We're going to do affiliate. We are going to do so many things. We're going to do mindset. We are going to do grieving. We are going to do our system, our 2-hour workday. We're going to go over that. Sometimes I change around what I have scheduled because I feel that I listen to the communities and see what we talk about in the communities and see where the members are and where is that it's the help is needed the most. So with that said, if there's anything that you need help with, let me know. I am willing and able to get in here. And if I don't know the answer, let's figure it out together. Like, why not? I mean, we're growing together, right? All right, rise and thrive with success. Love you guys.